Go.
Hello, I'm Doug here at Extreme Colors. I just want to take a moment and share with you a little bit about one of our more popular services that we're offering, and that is the Total Enhancement and Protection Package. I could spend all day talking about this package and what all we do to the cars, but the main part of what we're doing here that makes the biggest difference is what we're about to do on this car, and that's the correction compound. Okay, so just to let you know, the Total Enhancement and Protection Package, when the cars come in, we do a hand wash, then we do a clay bar treatment to remove all the surface contaminants. Then after we do the clay bar treatment, we'll wet sand and buff any of the scratches that we think will be removed with wet sand and buff. And then once that's done, we do a correction compound on the whole vehicle. And I want to show you here what we're looking at prior to the correction compound. And like I say, the correction compound is where the bulk of the work is on these cars. It's where we remove all this swirl marks that you see, those fine micro scratches there in the paint. And like I say, so we have Zach here, and he's going to be using our rupees. It's an Italian polisher. It's a dual action polisher. It's not a rotary, so it's not operating in a circular motion at a high speed, which is what creates those swirl marks to begin with. We're also using a microfiber pad, which it's aggressive enough to remove the swirls from the paint, but it won't cause any swirling. It's almost impossible to burn paint with this polisher here. So go ahead, Zach, and show them how we do this. So now he's massaging the correction compound into the paint, getting it spread out evenly. Going in a lateral position. He'll go back and forth. Like I say, he's not putting a lot of pressure down on the machine. The machine has a pretty good weight to it, and the idea is to let the machine do all the work. And all he's doing is holding that machine on there and letting it do what it does. Now he's going to go in vertical position, and he'll do this several times until he works out those swirl marks and those micro scratches. He's wiping it off with a microfiber towel. We're real particular about our microfiber, our rags. We have a rotation system, so I've seen in some shops they're using the same rag for literally months without washing them. Every rag that we put on a car is a fresh rag that's been, it's either a new rag or a recently washed rag. So you can see there where those micro scratches have pretty much disappeared. We have a very smooth, deep gloss here on this paint. He'll probably run over that one more time because I see a few little tiny ones, but I'd say 90% of them are gone. He'll do another pass on it. After he does the correction compound, then he'll do a polish. He'll use basically the same type of machine to do that, and we use a microfiber polish pad with microfiber polish material. It's a whole system that we use here. It's a Meguiar's professional system. Like I say, it utilizes the microfiber pads, and it utilizes their polishes and their compounds and even their waxes that go along with that system. So after he does the polish, the next thing he'll do is we'll do a seal coat on the whole car. We use an acrylic polymer sealant, which basically bonds to the surface of the paint, and that's what gives you protection. It's called a high gloss sealant, although it's not really intended to make the paint any more glossy than what we already have here. The sealant is to seal in all this work that we've done on these cars and to keep that look for minimally 6 months, If the vehicle's garage, you may can get 8 months. We do have a maintenance package where customers can bring the cars back in 6 months, which is our recommendation. And we don't have to do the correction compound on the vehicle because, like I say, that sealant's going to keep this paint looking just like it does here. It's also going to protect against bird droppings. It's going to protect against tree sap, bug acids. The sealant's going to make it so easy to clean all that stuff off, and it's going to slow down any effect that those chemicals have on your paint, even like acid rain, for instance. So the seal coat is a real important part of the process. Then after the seal coat, we use a Meguiar's finish wax, and it will machine wax the whole vehicle. And basically what that does, it'll give it an even richer look, because wax is more for look with minimal protection, where sealant is more for protection with minimal increase in how it looks. So the wax will give it an even deeper look, and it will also put a protective coating on top of that seal coat, which helps that seal coat to last a little bit longer. And then after he does, the polish, the seal coat, the wax, then he'll go around and he'll put color, like I showed you on the other video, how we can match any factory color for any car for at least the past 20 years, any car that's been made. He'll make that color, he'll mix it to factory specifications, and then he'll apply color into those damaged areas. We have different methods that we use depending on the type of damage there is. And then at that point, once the car, is totally done, they are stunning. I'm telling you what we're doing here. We don't do a ton of cars a day. We're not running 15, 20 cars through. Generally, like Zach here, he'll spend all day on this one car. He's not like most detail shops where he's running, 5 or 6 cars that he's detailing himself, which is really impossible to detail 5 or 6 cars in one day and do them right. And again, we're not a detail shop. Our primary concern is on the exterior of the vehicle. When the cars come in, we do vacuum the inside. We'll clean your wheels. We'll put some juice on your tires if you want it on there. A lot of customers don't. If you don't, then we won't. But our main concentration and effort is put on this paint, because that's where we found that our customers have the hardest time maintaining the appearance of their car. So anyway, just thought I'd run this by you and let you see a little bit about what's going on here back in our shop. And if you have any more questions, you can give Cody a call at 864-283-0633. And I appreciate you for watching. Bye-bye.